With the Wisp Prime have finally released, we know that we want to farm her as soon as possible. Remember, I did make a video about how to farm Remnant Prime a long time ago, and during the Hildren Prime release, due to some personal issues, I didn't release any videos of hers. Nevertheless, I want to make a video about how to farm Wisp Prime, not because of the views, of course, don't get me wrong, but I found that the Remnant Prime video just only mention about the simple one, which just told you how to farm all the relics we can have right now. And it's already quite a long time, so I want to make a renewed version and try to explain about some details. How do we, especially me, farm prime relics when the new prime release? So without further ado, let's hop right into it. The interesting part is that for every time the new prime release, it will always try to substitute the oldest prime we have currently right now. This is not include the prime resurgence. If we try to take a look at the prime release order, we can know that it should have 7 prime will be existed for us to farm. In other words, if Wisp Prime had released, it will replace Nidus Prime places and Nidus Prime will be vaulted for a short moment of time. This is one thing that you can try to get track on it, so that you can know that when is the time that which prime will be get vaulted again. In order to know that what kind of relics that we need to farm for a specific new prime release, let's say about we want to farm Wisp Prime, then you can just search on the codex here and type in the prime that you want to farm, let's say about Wisp Prime, then you can see that it will indicate all the prime it will need. For here, we can see that Wisp Prime will need all 4 relics from the Leaf, Meso, Neon, and Axie. Usually, the new prime release will always be put at the same group with the current primes we have right now. Means that if you want to farm these relics, it will be quite easy to farm. So how do we get them? Usually, we'll try to go with the solo play, as solo run will always be the quickest one, since we do not want any teams to disrupt your whole run, either being too fast or too slow, whatever you want to name it. For the Leaf Relic, you can go with the Habit in the Void, which is the capture mission, as this is the fastest we can go. And it will always guarantee give you Leaf Relic, so this is not a problem. However, Echo in the Void, which is also a capture mission, has a 50-50 chance to give you either Meso and Neo Relics. This will already cause a problem. And how about Axie Relic? Some people say that Murdu, which is a sabotage mission in the Void, will be a good idea because as a solo play, this is still viable. However, I don't think that this is a good idea, as not only this sabotage mission needs you to protect 2 consoles, which already take quite a long time, and this will only give you a 50-50 chance of Neon and Axie Relic. It's not so guaranteed at all, so I don't really want to do that. Not to mention that in the Void, you also have a slight chance that to get an Aya in there. If you want to farm relics and not Aya, this is also another problem that you need to consider about. If this is the case, is there any way for us to farm Axie Relic much easier? Well, turns out that it's not just only Axie Relic, but other relics can also got an alternative way to farm it. You see, aside from capture or those fast mission, which is the solo play run, you can actually go with a much more better version, which is the disruption mission. Survival is also a good choice, but 1 relics per 5 minutes, I do not want to waste that time, especially if you really want relics that hard. So for disruption mission, there's 4 missions that I found that it will be the best, which is Mars, which will give you Leaf relics for both rotation A and B, and Meso for rotation C. Uranus will give you Meso relic in rotation A, and Neo relics in both rotation B and C. Senna will give you Meso in rotation A, Neo in B, and Axie in C. While Lua is the best one to farm Axie Relic, as it will give you Neo in rotation A, but both B and C will give you Axie Relics, which is why until right now, if we talk about Axie Relic, it is much better to play Disruption mission in Lua's, which is the Apollo mission nodes. And so, there you have it. Usually, when the new prime release, we always try to look at which kind of methods should we go for and where should we farm those new prime relics. To be honest, it's not really that hard, especially it will always go with the same pattern, so I don't feel like this will be a much of a hassle, but some people will still need some help, especially for those beginners when they really want to farm those prime relics. What should they do? Well, it turns out that we want to try as much as we could to help them, and this time around, I try my best. Except some of them may not be good for those beginners, but I just hope that this will really help all those people who really got problems and how do we actually try to farm those prime relics, because It really needs to look through several aspects to see that which one is the best for us.
If this is your first time watching, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss out any newest contents from me. Why not leave your comments down below if you got any ideas or thoughts you want to share with all of us. And that's it from me, and as always, I will see you all next time. Bye bye!